An NBC News investigation into group homes is uncovering some new details about a facility that we've been covering here in West Michigan.
A former employee at Lakeside Academy in Kalamazoo is coming forward for the first time to describe what she saw before a teen died.
The investigation focuses on facilities owned by a company called Sequel.
Here's NBC's Kate Snow, and we need to warn you, some of this video is disturbing.
Is he breathing? Is the child breathing?
Police body cam video obtained by NBC News shows the response to an incident caught on surveillance camera. 16-year-old Cornelius Fredericks threw a piece of food in the cafeteria at Lakeside Academy in Kalamazoo, Michigan, a group youth home run by Sequel Youth and Family Services. When he did it again, staff shoved him to the ground and piled on top of him. After more than 10 minutes, he was limp. Another 12 minutes passed before a nurse called 911.
We have assumed that he was in a restraint, and now he's unresponsive.
This is what she later told police.
Initially, I was like, we thought he was just faking.
Cornelius died 2 days later in a hospital.
I'm still angry.
You were his case manager. You knew him.
Yeah.
Megan Fulkerson worked at Lakeside for 2 years. This is her in red walking into the cafeteria when Cornelius was already on the ground.
Unfortunately, if you had asked majority of our staff 6 months prior, we probably could have told you this was going to happen.
Sequel calls Cornelius's death senseless and tragic and says staff did not follow policies and training. Mary Ann Birmingham is Senior Director of Compliance and Quality Management.
The use of restraint is only when there is an imminent or immediate danger to the client themselves or others.
But Fulkerson says excessive restraints were used often.
Even though they say, hey, this is last resort, they didn't necessarily train what your other avenues were. It just seemed like those restraints were your go-to.
3 former employees, including the nurse, were charged with manslaughter. All pleaded not guilty. In a police interview, Zachary Solis said Sequel management initially told him he'd done nothing wrong.
They said everything was straight, nothing was foul, nothing went wrong. We did a good job. We did what we were trained to do.
Sequel says Solis and other staff were swiftly terminated for their participation in the restraint.
Sequel is an agency, a company composed of thousands of people who've committed their lives to helping, some of our most underserved kids.
But Megan Fulkerson says there needs to be change.
I just feel like something needs to come of this. I don't want Cornelius's death to just go away.
Sequel sent NBC News a statement saying that the overwhelming majority of state child-serving agencies in the United States continue to find our services to be essential and operating at or exceeding their highest standards.
Kate Snow's investigation continues tonight at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News. And Kate will be joining us to discuss what she's uncovering tonight on the 7 on 8.
And you can see more during an hour-long primetime investigation, Children That Pay, Sunday night at 10, only on MSNBC.